right. All right. Hold on. Now I have to set up. Find me here. Nobody's in here anyway yet, so we're good. We're good. There we go. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'll explain what happened. Technicologia. So fucking stupid. 1 second. I have to now find. I'm so bad at this. I need to find this video now on my other devices. There we go. All right. What up, George? All right. All right. There we go. All right. We'll get going here in a second. All right. Let me get this loaded up on my phone. There we go. We'll have to delete that one. All right. All right. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let's wait for more people to show up, and I'll tell you why I had to start a new one. So fucking annoying. So stupid. So dumb. What are you guys smoking? What are we smoking? Ah, thank you, Hound Dog. I am totally unprepared. Kutsu, the Southern Draw, right? I've had that cigar, I think. It's pretty damn good. Nice, nice. All right, so turns out when I like set this up for Premiere or whatever like that, or for it to like show up later, I did it from my cell phone. And apparently when you go mobile like that, you can only go live mobile. So I'd either have to stream from my cell phone, which we're not doing, or start a completely new live, which is what we had to do. So that's what we're doing. It's fucking so stupid, so dumb. It doesn't give me the option to go live. There we go. All right. Let me get this going and then we'll get going. What do we got? Crown Heads La Creme. I've never actually had that cigar. I hear it's really good. Hopefully everybody hopped over. We're good to go. All right. I'm almost lit up. What do we got? My audio is good right here too. I don't have to lean forward. It's fucking later. Time for a new one. Thank you, Hound Dog. Anyway, yeah, so let's get this going. We'll get this show on the road. That was fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying. Sitting there for 20 minutes, messaging Matt, freaking out. What do I do? So I'm like video chatting with Matt, and he's like, "You're fucked." I'm like, "All right, cool." Yes, Atabey Black. I have not smoked one in a little bit, a little while. I figure why not? Second live stream. Let's do an Atabey Black. Oh, these are so good. So good. What up, Texas Taurus? All right. What are we talking about tonight? What are we doing? What are we hear me outing? What do we want to hear me out about? This is, what year is this one? Fuck. It's not the OG. I think this is the third iteration. There he is. What's up, Carpy? Your topics are too, they may be. Here's the thing. You can type them in the comments, right? Like just be, and I can either address it or not. You know, as long as we're not like sharing like website links to like cigar shit, I think we're kind of good. Obviously, there's a few key phrases that you can't say, so let's avoid those. But I mean, you know, we could dance around shit. Haven't seen balls in a while. Okay. Oh yeah, Carpy. I had to switch it to this. I set the live up on my mobile phone, and I could only go live from the mobile phone. So I just started a new one. I tried on the laptop on Chrome, and it would not allow me to go live. It's fucking stupid. Do you agree with others that the Atabey Black recent releases are not as good as the first release? Yeah, 100%. I don't know why, but they're just not as good. Even with time, they're getting better with time. That's for sure, but they're not like the original. They're still fucking great, but all right. Texas is going to grab a cigar. He'll be right back. We'll wait for him. So we'll just sit here, do nada. So let's see. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I think in the old live, Lawrence, is Lawrence here? You hear Lawrence? I think he wanted like some poker stories. I've been playing for the last 3 or 4 days, and they've all been fantastic. Yesterday was like the worst day. I played for like 2.5 hours, I think. And I made like $240. That was like the worst day. No one to fold them, no one to hold them. I mean, yeah, for the most part, or no one to bluff. Yeah, these are still insanely good. It's just that the originals, I just remember, maybe it was just first time smoking or what, but the originals just were better, smoother. I don't know. Whatever. They got us. I have not had the Dioses Black, or is it Dioses or Delirios Black. I've not had that yet. I heard those are mid as well, so not going to be reaching for those at all. Hold on one second. Live chat. I want to change something here. Yes, see, there we go. Sorry, guys. It always does this stupid thing where it shows the top fucking comments and not all the fucking comments. So give me 1 second. That's why it's not updating. So I'm going to backtrack through all your comments. Give me 1 second. I need to change the settings. See, no, I want all messages. Why the fuck do I want to see top messages? So stupid. Sorry. All messages. All right. What a shit show. Yes, it is. All right. My topics are too extreme. Okay. Johnny's live. Here we go. All right. I blind bought a box of the Amadel Kempos. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. Good choice. All right. Let's see. Have you had any of those before? I hope they made the right decision. They were a good deal. The Amadel Kempo is fan-fucking-tastic. It is such... Hold on. It is such an underrated cigar. I don't know why it doesn't get more love than it does. It is absolutely one of my favorite Plasencias. I love the Treviso Vitola. They're all good, though. I've had them in every Vitola, to my knowledge. All right. What a shit show. Yes, it is. Any strip poker stories? I don't know if I've ever played strip poker. I don't think I have. So no. Yes, likes. Thank you. Can I like my own stream? Can. There we go. I did. Nice. Am I allowed to do that? Is that kind of cheesy that I like my own stream? My wife has gotten into Scrabble. She made me play 3 nights in a row. Fucking kill me. Poker sounds way better, bro. Scrabble's fucking fun. I like Scrabble. I haven't played Scrabble in forever. I like Words with Friends. I haven't played that in forever either, too. But I like those games. Poker is. I mean, poker can be really, really bad. So, it can be really bad. I know. There's been years where it was unprofitable. Carpy's already sent me reels on Instagram. I don't think I can look at it, Carpy, right? It's because I have no friends. You're my friends. I have you guys. Who needs fucking... But you guys are my friends, right? We're all friends. This is perfect. This is what it's all about. What am I going to do? Hang out with some fucking guys locally, do some like dumb shit or something like that? No, I could sit here comfortably in my fucking chair, just smoking with all of you guys. Old man coffee convention. Old man coffee is a poker term. So if you guys are unaware, it's usually just it's the old guy who just drinks coffee and he like only plays aces or some shit. So you just got to avoid the old man coffees or exploit the shit out of them. But usually they don't play any fucking hands except for like premium. So you're not late, Kyle. I'm late. We just started. Don't even worry about it. You missed nothing. I had to start it in a different format or whatever like that on the laptop because when I set the premiere, I did it on my phone and was unaware that if you want to continue it, you need to do it on the phone and you can't go live from the laptop on something that you created on a mobile premiere. Why? Like we have like AI, we have like fucking robots, we have drones, we have all this shit, but we can't figure out how to fucking go live on YouTube, how to set it up on your mobile phone and then go live from fucking Google Chrome. Like just can't do that. So it's fucking annoying. What's on your radar as far as new sticks to get? Whew. New sticks to get? I mean, without like regurgitating all the stuff that we've already, like, and I'm going to, but I'm saying like, we always get like, and when I say we, I mean like the unbanded guys, we always get shit for like recommending the same shit as if like we're a bought and paid for promo or some shit, which is not true. It's just we like shit. New cigars under the radar, AG, okay? He just dropped 2 new blends as well from the legendary lines or whatever like that. And Avowed. Like those are the 2 new, or anything by Kellner really. So those are definitely the 2 new things I would look out for. Hear me out. What a nerd. Yes. Holy shit. What are you doing, Peter? Is your event over? Sorry, Johnny, can't hear you from the LFD event. It's okay, Felipe. I hope you guys have fun. I would not be here if I were you guys. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? I would enjoy that LFD event over this. Oh, hell yeah. All right, tight. This is the rant I needed. Good. If only you would have flew in. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shouldas. Homogenous unbanded. Yeah, it's bullshit. Homogeneous. That's a backhanded compliment. Cigars unbanded. We like shit. Yeah. Right. All right. What's up, Texas? What'd you grab? What'd you get, Texas? We've been waiting for you patiently, by the way. So, let me read the next sentence. Got an El Rey do Mundo to honor Terrence. Have you smoked the Sultan one? That's decent. That's a good cigar. Peter made me. All right. Kenny Rogers song, movie The Gambler. Yes, you may have mentioned it. Do you do more restorations in your shop? A little bit of everything. More general maintenance. I don't really do restorations. I kind of only just stick to like drivetrain suspension. I don't do paint. At least not on clients' cars. I'll paint my own cars, and I'll do body work on my own cars if it's minor, but I'll never do it on a client's car. It's definitely out of my comfort zone of billable shit. Like I am not good enough to do body work and paint and charge people for it. So I don't do that. Where in Jersey am I from? I am from a little town in South Jersey called Absecon. It is exit 9. Okay. If you're from Jersey, exit 9 on the expressway, and fuck 20 shit. I can't remember, the 24 on the Parkway. So right next to Galloway Township in Atlantic City. Sultan is solid, Hound Dog. You actually sent it to me. I smoked it, and I was like, man, this thing's actually pretty fucking good. You know what else is good too? Fucking Tony Lorenko sent me the I think the Toro and the Lancero of the Filthy Viking, the ones by Plasencia. Bro, what a good cigar. Añejo Shark, nice. Are you watching the Olympics at all? I'm going to be honest with you. Last Sunday, I didn't even know it was a Super Bowl until Saturday. So, and then I found out the Olympics are on too or something. So no, I'm not watching the Olympics. I don't watch any sports. None. I don't know why. I just don't. Can we please talk about Ford C-Maxes again? No. I've got John's going to troll me enough, okay? Garrison Cigar is going to troll me enough, Matt. I don't need you doing this either. What's the best cigar you've had this year so far? All right, John. Best cigar this year so far? I mean, it's the Counter 80. That's the Counter 80. But I am going to smoke more Etafals. Well, I don't have very many, but I'm going to be smoking Etafals again this year. So let's see if they're still my favorite. Any funny dumb shit from the shop? Unfortunately, no. I haven't really done anything. I need to like clean up and organize. I'm supposed to do that today, but maybe after this I will. But no. That sucks. Scar wrapper is like removing a prom dress. I mean, hear me out. I mean, there's two ways to. You know what? Can I even talk about that, right? Am I too old to talk about prom shit? I probably am. We're going to avoid that. Never mind. We're going to move on. I spent many a summer in Brigantine. Oh, yeah. Absecon's right outside Brigantine. So, yeah. I mean, like right outside, depending on which way you're going down the White Horse Pike. Just right out there. Let's see. Spent many summer. Jersey people always associate where they're from with the. Yeah, well, it's the easiest way. So that's like I do that here, like in Florida. Like I don't do road names. I do landmarks. You know what I mean? It's just the way I do stuff. And people, especially in Florida, it's so stupid. Every road has 6 different fucking names. It's like, oh, 66th or 19 or, Seminole Boulevard. Like they're all the same fucking road. But and then roads will change when they go to different counties. Like it'll become like one name and then another. It's like so fucking stupid. Just name a fucking road, be done with it. Good call on avoiding the prom thing. See? But I was about to say, and I can literally just see Peter going. I'm like, all right, don't. Johnny prom dates. The castle here? Yes. Talk about the castle in Ybor? Like 20 years ago, I've been in that place. If that's what you're referring to. Todd. The cigar idiot. Let's see. John over at Garrison says, Johnny, how do you feel when someone calls you buddy? You want to go? You trying to go now, buddy? So we were having this conversation. Apparently in Texas, if you call somebody buddy, it's basically like saying, fuck you, I hate you, let's fight. But I say buddy a lot. Like in the poker room, I don't know somebody's name because I don't remember people's names and shit. I barely remember their faces. And they're like, John, what's up? And I'm like, hey, buddy, because I have no clue who the fuck they are. Oh, Brigantine Castle. No. No, I've not been to Brigantine Castle. Right? You think I would be. I've been to like that elephant, that Lucy elephant. But if I had been to the Brigantine Castle, it's when I was a kid and I just really don't remember. Damn, I was born in Broadway off of exit 12. Maybe Johnny is my dad. I doubt it, bro. Doubt it, Michael. Can we ask you a car question? Of course. You don't even have to. You can ask whatever you want. You don't even have to ask. Just ask it, and you're good. Do you think you know what tomorrow's stick is? Johnny Nova. I honestly, man, I don't even know what it looks like. They're just sitting in the humidor. I'll just grab it tomorrow. I have no clue. I don't even know what shade it is, to be honest with you. But I'm sure when I'm smoking it, I'm going to know exactly what it is and then be wrong. Yeah, forget the prom talk. How about that JE list? Just jokes. It's a good one. I'm a big buddy user. Hope I'm not offending folks. I think only in Texas, man. I think you're all right. How do you feel when someone calls you a cud buddy? Good one, Matt. I like cuddlings. Like, how are all my cuddlings? I'm not your buddy guy. Snowman Cigars from Houston. What's up? How's it going? How many people are in here? Oh, now I can 36. Okay. All right. Cud brothers. Here in New York, it's either my man or dude. I can see that. Definitely see my man for sure. Or my guy. What's up, my guy? One letter could change the meaning entirely. Yeah, a couple ways too. I mean, I definitely see the one you're talking about. Got my LS. Here we go. Got my LS cammed with headers. Right after my 4L60E started spitting out tranny fluid from the vent hose, tranny rebuild time or tranny cooler line time. All right. I can't. What cam? Even though that's not going to matter. So we're spitting fluid out the vent tube. Yeah, I would say tranny cooler time first. Or what are you running for a trans cooler, or just the cooler that's built into the radiator? If that's the case, you definitely need to do a trans cooler. .224 cam. Yeah, I mean, what are you doing with the car, Texas? Are you just driving on the street? Are you hitting at the track? I'm assuming 4L60. We have no trans brake, no nothing, just a stock 4L60. Okay, cruiser. I'm trying to think. Do we have a tram tent sensor on those cars? I don't think they do. I don't think you can see that in live data. What year is it? Let's see. My buddy in school had a 73 GTO, but the trunk went up like a hatch. That sounds right. It was badass. I don't know. I know they started to do that with like the Novas, where they had like the hatchbacks Novas. Wasn't a big fan of that. I got a 67 convertible GTO in the shop right now. I'm literally looking right at it. I cannot picture what the 73 hatchback would look like. Got to fire Series B. There you go. 2000 Trans Am. Nice. Are you going to keep it a cruiser? Like just keep it for the street? No crazy power outers or anything? Right. When blew a tranny meant something completely different. Let me give this a little touch up. Just cruising. Yeah, you're fine. Keep the 4L60. Put a decent trans cooler on it. You should be fine. Those 60s though, they don't like power, man. You're gonna have to go to a heavy duty like 80, or just say fuck it and just go turbo 400. Uh, 400, man. I don't care what anybody says. That's like the limit of a 4L60. One day you're gonna wake up and just not have reverse. You're gonna blow that sun shell. Yeah, the diff, those 10 bolts are pretty weak too. But you are running an automatic, so they're a little bit more forgiving on the fucking ass ends of those cars. T56, and you're definitely launching that rear. Transcooler sounds like a nickname you'd give a friend back in college. Yeah, 80 is what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Six speeds are fun. I mean, a lot of the F bodies I had were pretty much all of them were T56 six speeds. They're fun, but for racing, they suck. You know what I mean? Even if you get sequential, even if you're dialed in on the shifts on it, stick shift cars are just, they break and they break and they break and they break. On the street, they're fun as fuck. I mean, if no offense, I'm just saying, if I had a street cruiser, T56 all day long. Race car though, turbo 400, power glide, something like that. Turbo 400 is what I would stick with. Damn, we went car talking. We just lost everybody. It's all right though. Doesn't bother me. I don't know why this Atabay Black does not want to stay lit. I learned stick on a 94 Z28. I learned stick on a 3-banger Geo Metro. But I'll tell you what, though, man. I'm still an LT1 guy. I know everybody loves LS1s. We don't have to go back to cigars. Bro, Texas, it's your show, dude. Whatever you want to talk about, we're going to talk about. So what kind of humidity? All right, back to cigar. What kind of, humidors do I use? Cheap Amazon ones. I don't know. They're like cherry wood red or some shit. Just some cheap ass Amazon ones. And they actually work fairly well. But my upcoming smokes / like dry box humidor is the Plasencia Ometepe humidor. I was gifted that by a lounge owner locally. I mean, I did buy half of the Ometepes out of that thing. So hell yeah, man. If you can learn stick on something with no power to help you, you can drive stick on real cars. I mean, kind of, yeah. Can you imagine learning to like learn stick on like a muscle car? You go on ass end side of, you know? So it's a lot easier. What are my top 3 AJs? All right, that's easy. I'm trying to think of the order though. I mean, Gobinator or New World Oscuro. Okay, it's my most smoked cigar, and I really, really enjoy that cigar. I smoked one today. I love that cigar. What is it? The 20th or the 25th? That cigar is my favorite AJ, and then the Decenio. So it'd be the AJ 20th or 25th. I can't remember. You know which one I'm talking about. That one, the Decenio, and then the New World Oscuro. Even though I smoke the Oscuro the most. I mean, I get that cigar for $4. So absolutely value king. I've only smoked one Dorado. This was years ago. Smoked it at a lounge. And before I was unaware of like how important humidity is and just thinking like a cigar is a cigar, I smoked that cigar probably way over humidified from Corona Lounge in Tampa. And I fucking hated it. And I never revisited the cigar again. And then some comments were left in some of the reviews saying you should do the Dorado. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should, and do it under the conditions that I like to smoke in, because I hear it's a really good cigar. So we're going to give the Dorado another shot. I'm thinking about getting the, like, don't they have a Figurado in the Dorado? Maybe we'll do that one. Yeah, it's funny how, like, I know people always say, like, you should give a cigar a second chance. And, like, that's not me unless somebody says you should give that cigar a second chance. Then I'll do it. But, like, most of the time, if a cigar, like, I don't like it, I just say fuck it. Like, I don't even care. Like, I won't go back to it. You know? What about the Enclave Broadleaf? Have I even smoked that cigar? I don't think I have. What's been my favorite Cuban so far? That's a tough one. I bounce back and forth. Monty number 2. Okay, Monty number 2, but then, oh my God, what did AZ send me? It was a H. Upman. It was a very, very small one. That thing was amazing. And if we're talking Cuban Puro, right, those are like my favorites. If we're talking not Cuban Puro, the AG Rabana, the new release Rabana, he sent me one of those and I smoked it. I think it's like, I don't even know if I could talk about this or not, but whatever, it is what it is. Cuban binder filler, Nicaraguan wrapper, amazing, amazing cigar. What's up, Tony? You're watching? I appreciate it, brother. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tony. Tony's in here. That's good. All right. Let's see. Give Camacho Broadleaf a second chance. Is that the like the bronze gold foil band one? Man, I smoked like 4 of those, and I don't know. Maybe. Hear me out. The first Camacho Broadleafs were good, and then they all went to shit. Okay. Maybe then I've got the ones that all went to shit. I didn't like the JT10 at first. Now I have a box. It shined after a few months. I also have a box. Now, I was fortunate enough to, when I smoked my first JT10, it was probably already somewhat aged. And then I bought a box, and just them sitting and grabbing one, they are getting better and better. Is Michael Jordan the GOAT? I don't follow sports. I don't. But, I mean, he was when I was like, younger. So, sure. But I don't follow any sports. I know there's the whole argument like Michael versus LeBron or something like that. But, I mean, Michael did it first, right? You know what I mean? Like, is basketball like an evolving sport? Or like, was it harder for Jordan to be as good as he was back then versus somebody to be that good now? You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then definitely Jordan's the GOAT. But I don't follow sports. So my opinion doesn't matter. You know what I mean? When it comes to sports. I can't get a Camacho to draw ever. Same. Unless they're box pressed. I agree with you, man. Johnny, have you had any Trinidad Espiritus? No. I think I have the Miami. I think I have that. That's coming up for review. That's in the review Plasencia dry box. AJ blends age so damn well. Yes, they do. LeBron has kind of tarnished his legacy these last few years, to be honest. Like through scandal or something, or just in the way he plays. I don't know. I honestly, man, I don't know anything. Yeah, NBA doesn't play defense anymore, and everyone flops and cries. Okay, so even in sports, like, people are just turning into like crybaby bitches. I get it. It's what the world's come to. The JC Newman, Leroy Neiman that came out last year is pretty good. Did you try that? I don't think so. Wait, is that the one that has like the artsy band with like all the colors or something? If that's the one, that's a good cigar. I'm really bad with cigars too. Like names, people's faces, and cigars. Unless I like smoke the cigar a bunch of times, I'm like, I don't think I've smoked that. And they're like, yes, you have. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I forget cigars very quickly. Good enough on Jordan. I'm sending you a Lusitania. Okay. Is that a cigar? Right? See, I should know this shit, but I don't. Like I said, I'm just a guy who smokes cigars. I don't exactly know what I want. Any Ferio Tego recommendations? Yeah. All of them, really. I don't know what your preferences are. I love the Elegancia. I know we had the one on Banded, the new one. I don't know if they need time or whatever like that, but the older Elegancias I absolutely love. There's that 1 year the Generoso was actually like this creamy mocha latte versus like bitter coffee. Wasn't a big fan of Generoso, but I had one that was outstanding. The TAA exclusive, my God, Sterling and the Churchill. I would pretty much try everything from Ferio Tego and pick your favorite. Finally got to try the Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial out. Wrote a great broadleaf, my favorite wrapper lately. I don't know if I smoked that one. Yeah, long band. Okay. Let's see. Elegancia sold out everywhere? Really? Ferio Tego Supreme was good. Yes. What's the other one? The Prestige. The Prestige is really good. They even have a little one. That little fucker is really good, actually. Oh, and the Suma, yeah. You know what's funny? The Suma, yeah. So the Suma 6x60, right? I don't like Gordo ring gauges, or they're not my preference. I smoked the Suma. Corona Gorda is like one of my preferred like Vitolas, and was actually my least favorite in the Suma. I like the new Toro that came out, which Michael said was the intended blend for that cigar, is the Toro. But that 660 is a fucking banger too. It was so creamy and just like chocolatey goodness. So I think the Suma, I like the Toro because it's just more manageable. You know, it's not like a big cigar, but I think the 660 actually tastes better. Oh, these Atabay Blacks are still good though. I don't know if I'll be buying more of these though. I think I still have like 8 or 10 of these left. I think I'm just gonna hang on to them, and when they're gone, they're gone. Kind of over them, you know what I mean? And I see the thoughts on dry boxing. I'll hop in that 1 second. But I heard that because one of my favorite cigars is the Plasencia Etafal. I love that cigar, and I've even said I think the JT10 has got some similarities to it. Similarities, calm down. You know what I mean? But I heard that there might be like a secondary Etafal coming out. Again, I don't follow sports. I don't know if it's going to be the next World Cup or whatever like that, but I'm looking forward to that if it happens. So that's one of my favorite cigars. Thoughts on dry boxing? I just started dry boxing a few months ago. What's the difference? My thoughts on dry boxing are the same thoughts I had about retrohaling early on. I thought it was one of those things where it's just like it's unnecessary and it's just dumb and like whatever. You know what I mean? But it makes a huge difference. I dry box. I'm somewhat lazy, so instead of dry boxing, I just keep all my humidors below 60%. I smoke so frequently that I don't think it matters. And honestly, I think long-term storage at like sub 60, they'll be fine. So I definitely like to smoke at a lower humidity. If you have time and patience to dry box, dry boxing is absolutely the way to go. JT10 is fire. Absolutely is. Herklot says he doesn't dry box ever. I don't know. Maybe. I don't really dry box. Like I said, I keep all my shit low. I don't know what he keeps his shit at. Is he smoking at 69%? I guess. Good for him, I guess. I don't know. I won't smoke that high. What's OCD yapping about now? I'm yapping about whatever's up here, Matt. Would you fucking leave and come back? What the fuck, dude? Did you just leave my live stream and then fucking come back? I'm about to cancel this live stream. Who the fuck? Fucking Matt. 65. I kept my cigars at 65 for like a solid year after I realized that 69 was too high and everything was fine at 65. I don't think you can go wrong with 65. I do feel though that below 65, maybe not all cigars, but I feel like it really does bring out the flavor a little bit more and they burn a little bit better, draws a little bit better when we're at sub 60. It probably is less necessary with box press cigars. Like my AJs, they're, you know, the New Worlds, they're box press. I don't dry box them at all. I'll smoke them right out of the box after they arrive, and usually they're fine. But you do kind of get like, I feel like the higher the humidity, the more likely they are to get like that earthy type nuance or something. So I feel like you can avoid that with drier cigars. But I could be absolutely wrong. I'm just speculating. I've been dry boxing because I find these cigars are constantly closing up, even when the stupid moisture meter is reading perfect. I mean, where are you smoking from? You know what I mean? What's your humidity? I know your environment plays a factor in. That's why sometimes what I smoke at humidity wise might not be ideal, like for Master Ash Michael, like where he's smoking at, or Hound Dog. You know what I mean? Or even like Carpy, like where he's at now with it being cold and whatever. I really don't know the science behind all that shit. I'm sure Carpy could fucking dial it in and give you a way better explanation of why things happen and why shit blows up and stuff like that. But for me, I guess I'm just fortunate enough to be in Florida. 65 in Tupperware is my preference. I don't do Tupperwares. I probably will in the future, but when you, is it 65 in the Tupperware? Or are you talking about doing 65 Bovedas in a Tupperware and are you getting higher than 65 when you use Tupperwares? Hound Dog said during the review. All right, hold on. See, my memory is, I don't do drugs, people. I swear to God, but my memory, what's OCD about now? Okay, during the reviews. I was like, I forgot his question already. Just joined. What am I smoking? Atabey Black, baby. In Florida, mid-low 60s humidity is more than enough. Yeah, some people say like we don't even need humidors in Florida. I'm not going to take that gamble, but I love the La Aroma Reserve, but always so overpacked and tight draw. That's why I started dry boxing. Yeah. Let's see what Carpy says. Do you think about boy butts more than girl butts, Johnny? Well, it's definitely girl butts. I mean, there's some nice boy butts for sure, but mainly girl butts. What do you think about Carpy? Girl butts or boy butts? What's yours? I'm with you. I prefer my smokes below 60. Yep. What part of Florida am I in? Central? Tampa Bay area? I'm in St. Pete. I dry box everything now, at least one night to cut through. The lower humidity, the better. Agreed. Wow, is that an Atabey Black? Yes, it is. It is an Atabey Black. This is not the OG Atabey Black, though. This is, I think, the 3rd series or something. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Tupperwares. Like I'm going to have to do something here in the future. I'm either going to have to buy more cheap Amazon humidors or just bite the bullet and do like a Racing or something like that. Or, you know, Tupperware seems the most economical choice, you know, with very good results. Boveda, it's right at 65. 65. Okay. That's with Tupperwares. Okay. Hold on, let me catch up with these chats here. When I move the thing, all right, let's see. I like my Pennsylvania broadleaf wrappers wetter. I actually put a couple in my travel humidor at a higher humidity to get those around 67. Boost the notes so much. I'm going to try that. Do you find that is like the same with like Mexican San Andreas? I mean, because like is it because it's just Pennsylvania broadleaf, or that the Pennsylvania broadleaf, and maybe I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong, but that's like a thick wrapper too, right? And so is the Mexican San Andreas. Everyone's a little gay. Yeah, I guess. We're all a little gay for you, Carpy, for sure. Times are tough, and 20 is $20 is $20. 100%. How does it compare to the earlier releases? I'm going to assume is the Atabey Black. You guys have to forgive me too. I know, like, I'm just like reading the comments, and sometimes I don't know who's asking the comment. Like, I'm just trying to like keep up with this. So, forgive me, but I'm going to assume you're talking about the black. Again, I don't know if it's like the first time I smoked it. You know what I mean? You just kind of like fell in love with it. But I feel like the original ones were a little more creamier, a little more chocolatey. The Peruvian in it had like a real nice, sweet, deep, dark plum, like through the retrohale. These just kind of lack the boldness that the original had. I swear there's like something different with the filler. I got 6 jars off Amazon and they work great for overflow cigars. Easy to maintain, good humidity. Okay. The PA is sturdy. I mean, I don't know how many cigars I've smoked with the Pennsylvania broadleaf, but I will say this though. That Dunbarton Sin Compromisa, good cigar. But when you have the Paladin de Saka or whatever it is, where they add that I believe it's Pennsylvania broadleaf that they add to that cigar. Whatever they did, it made that cigar incredibly better. It's not even the same cigar. So like the Amazon Basin, they change a bit every year. So hear me out. I've had the extra añejo Amazon Basins, right? Like the ones that everybody loves. Then I had was it 2024, the next year that came out. I reviewed that cigar, not as good, burn sucked, like all this shit. But those cigars sat for like a year, and they drastically changed for me. I really enjoyed that cigar. But I know like Felipe let those things sit and he still doesn't like them. So I don't know. So I can't like compare them to the Basin. I have not smoked the 25 yet. I have one, and I have not smoked the 26 yet. But I think the difference between the Atabey Black OG and then the later releases isn't as drastic as the extra añejo versus the 24. Because like a lot of people kind of love the extra añejo and just hated the 24. I don't hate this cigar. So, but I am kind of definitely over them. You know what I mean? Unless I can find some like original Atabey Blacks, which you know what I mean? How can you even verify they are what they are unless you get them in a sealed box? The Jacob's Ladder is what I really like wetter. I haven't smoked that cigar in a long time. That is a good cigar. I also like the Firethorn, right? The red band one. That one's fucking really good. I heard you a long time ago joke around about dropping your Bovedas to 58. Did you ever end up doing that? I don't know if I was joking around. No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't buy 58 Bovedas. They're 65s, but I don't recharge them anymore. And sometimes what I'll do, and I know you're not supposed to do it, but it doesn't fucking do anything. It doesn't hurt shit. I have tons and tons of 69% Boveda packs from just getting cigars online and them being sent to me. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm throwing them out. Now when I get cigars and they have 69 Boveda packs, I just throw them out because I got so many of them. But I'll throw a 69 in there just to kind of bring shit up and then pull them back out. But I keep my humidors around 55 to 58%. So that's where I'm keeping them up at now. And I don't think I'm going to change it. That's why I love the Roma Neanderthal LH, that Pennsylvania Green River one sucker is money. I've not had that cigar. I want to revisit Jacob's Ladder. Me too. Me too. That was a good cigar. I remember like just fucking pepper upon pepper at initial light up, and it was so good. I ended up taking the plunge and dropped my acrylic humidor for 62% Bovedas to 58, and my cigars are smoking the best they ever have. There you go. And again, 58 will work perfect for you and possibly for me, but not always for somebody else. You know what I mean? It really depends on the environment that you're smoking in. So just kind of find what works best for you. It kind of sucks. They have to trial and error their shit. But I mean, you know, I think once you get it dialed in, you're dialed in. All right. What does Matt say? Is this an actual question or is this going to be sarcasm? Let's see. What's the best? I can already feel like this is sarcasm. What is the best piece of advice you can give a newbie who's just getting into cigars? Okay, I feel like you're definitely trolling here, but what is the best piece of advice that I can give newbies for new cigars? Don't smoke expensive shit. It's going to be wasted on you. That means no disrespect. Develop your palate, learn how to retrohale. Don't take cigar gospel as gospel, meaning like 70%, 70 degrees. That's such an outdated rule. And smoke whatever the fuck you want to smoke. You know what I mean? I don't know. New cigars are going to taste like shit for the most part. You have to develop a palate. I use 58% Boveda on an electric humidor as a dry box. Okay. Exact caveat of a tropical island climate. So if they get dry, I just leave the humidor open for a couple of hours. Yeah. Seem to prefer Connecticut broadleaf for wrappers. I don't really have a wrapper preference. Though a lot of my favorite cigars are Ecuadorian Connecticut. Retrohale is key. It is. I remember early on in smoking, and a buddy of mine's like, "You gotta learn how to retrohale." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like it makes that big of a difference. It really does. It changes everything. It just sucks when you're learning how to retrohale and you fucking inhale. Experiment with your rhythm using cheaper cigars until you dial it in, then go for whatever you want to try. I agree. I also hear like some, you know, certain cigars need this kind of humidity and certain need this. And, you know, you should have separate humidors or maybe parts of the shelves higher, low. That's just like a lot of work. And I don't want to get involved with it. That's why I stick with like my 55 to 58. They're all smoke around there. What's the worst piece of advice you can offer a newbie who's just getting into cigars? The worst piece of advice? Probably getting too into cigars. You know what I mean? I think the worst thing you could do is like go blind into a hobby and just be like, I'm going to buy an electric humidor. I'm going to fill it with all these cigars that you don't even know if you like. You know what I mean? Kind of getting over the top early on. That would probably be the worst thing you could do. Actually, the worst thing you could do being new to cigars is not watching Cigars Unbanded Thursday nights, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. You like that? There we go. Let's see. I would say don't overbuy sampler. Yes. Very good. Very good. Pull and pray. Come on, Carpy. All right. Let's see. Pull and pray. Rubbers, birth control, or just bad seed. I will say, just like in Boys in the Hood, man, don't ever believe the line she gives you. Okay. So, gotta cover your own ass. To a certain extent, the cigar has to work for you too. I don't want I don't want to need to baby them too much. I agree. I'm lazy as shit. I don't want to I just want to put shit in there, let it be. You know what I mean? Hit it with the hygrometer. Is it too wet? No. Okay, it's within the specs I smoke with, and let's just hope that the cigar performs. What's the worst experience you've had with a cigar? That would be the Alec Bradley Prensado Churchill. The first time I smoked that cigar, I think that was my first review. The first review I ever did was that cigar. I loved it. What a great cigar. And I bought a couple 5-packs of that cigar. And oh my God, I must have got lucky with the first one I got, because I think like 4 out of every 5-pack like had tunnels, performed like shit. It was unsmokable. It was just pulling in fucking hot air. And I was so fucking pissed. That was my biggest like letdown into cigars. And like that reality hits where like you can't expect a cigar to always taste exactly like it previously did before. And I think that's why when you can find cigar brands, blenders, makers, whatever, that can consistently put out the same product, how difficult that has to be and how much you really appreciate that. You know, it's a hard thing to do. Sorry. Wait, I'm losing track here. 1 second. We're going to catch up. Okay. What's the most average piece of advice you can give or offer a newbie who's getting into cigars? Average? I don't know. Don't go above budget. Average? I don't know what average would be. I mean, just smoke and maybe close your eyes and try and taste something. You know what I mean? You'll only get better at it and learn how to retrohale. Thinking price is the determining factor for flavor? Not always. I'll tell you what, man, those AJ New World Oscaros, they are insanely consistent for $4 a stick. I saw your old post with a sick ass sports car. Is there anything sitting behind the camera in the garage? There is a blown up engine with a belt driven supercharger sitting on my lift. It is a metallic lime green Lexus IS that I'm rebuilding the engine on that. I have sitting right here my O2 Firebird that is currently pewter. It will not stay that color, that I'm building into a drag and drive, grudge, backtrack, street car, aiming for right around 3,000 horsepower, big block Chevy, twin 80s. And then I'm wrapping up a 1967 convertible cherry red, all numbers matching GTO, where we've actually switched the engine over to fuel injection while still maintaining the Pontiac 400 big block. And we are converting the car over to period correct disc brakes. So that's what I got going on here now. Then I got what do I got outside? Audi A4 needs some maintenance work done to it. And what else? Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got some cooling issues. So that's what we have going on right now. Let's see. Johnny, you watch Boys in the Hood multiple times, along with Menace to Society. What's going to be your cigar of 2026? I don't know, Matt. I don't know. Counter 80th is becoming a contender, though. More swearing. Fuck yes. Sorry. I should do this like I'm doing a review and just say fuck more. I've had 2 Cigar Medic humimeters shit the bed within 3 months. Are they just as fragile as hell? I had the knockoff Cigar Medic one. That took a shit on me. I bought a Cigar Medic like over 2 years ago, and I've never had an issue with it other than, where is it? Other than I dropped it, and there's like a little dot on the digital thing, like like you push and anyway, there's just like a permanent dot on the digital thing, but it affects nothing. But I have, I guess, one of the older ones. The prongs are a little far apart. I know they have a revised one where the prongs are closer, so you can like measure smaller ring gauge cigars. And I wish I would have got that one. But then again, that might be the one that now has issues. That's a much smaller device. It's thinner, whatever. Let's see. I got to scroll back up here. Don't sell your belongings to buy cigars. 100%. This should not. I understand like FOMO and trying to keep up with, some people and what they smoke, but yeah, don't do that. Don't turn your hobby into an addiction. Let's see. Do you remember the first cigar you had? Yes. Hear me out. The first cigar I had probably wasn't a real cigar. I wanted to get into cigars. All right, I'm gonna have to this is probably gonna be a somewhat rant. So let me lock my mouse on that comment so I don't lose track here. So the first cigar I smoked was not even a cigar. It was I think it was I bought it at the gas station at Wawa. Backwoods vanilla something. It was disgusting. But it wasn't a real cigar. I just wanted to try something. But then my first real cigar, I went to an actual lounge down the street and I walked in and said, "Hey, I'm 100% new. I want to get into this hobby. What do you recommend?" And they gave me 5 recommendations, all the same shit that everybody. It's Connecticut, right? It was the Rocky Patel Vintage 99. It tasted like a paper bag, but I didn't let that deter me from smoking cigars. And then I went back and I was like, these kind of taste like fucking brown paper bags. And they're like, "Have you had these or whatever like that?" And it was the Drew Estate the Java and the tobacco lines, the infused cigars. And I smoked those and the Deadwoods. And I smoked infused for quite a while until transitioning back into traditional cigars. And then my first traditional cigar was a Padron 1926 Natural that a buddy gave me. So that's where we're at. Let's see. All right, let's catch up to these comments. Oh, shit. Sorry. Bear with me. Ascoro could be $5 more and still be a go-to. Okay. True. Yeah. If they stopped, if they stopped having those flash sales on the New World and I had to pay retail for them, I would. I think the cigar is well worth retail price. All right, let's see. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. I have a Porsche. Laugh out loud. Subaru BRZ. You mean because you have a flat engine? Is that what you're saying? Tell you what, man, those BRZs or the FRS, they're kind of fun to drive. They're not bad to drive. I would love to find one with a blown engine and make a track car, like a road course car or just something out of it. I would LS it probably, or maybe lower the compression and go with turbocharger. Let's see. Fuck yeah, bud. Brilliant. All right. This is hard. It's going to be interesting seeing how the 80th develops when you smoke it again at the end of the year. Yeah, I'm curious too. And yes, if you send them an email saying your thing's defective, they probably Michael's right. They'll just probably send you a new one. Leaning towards the ISF sounds bitchin'. Yes. Brakes just suck on those cars. They don't last very long, but who cares? If you can do it yourself, you'll save a fortune. What's better? Oh, you're asking Hound Dog. Good, because I can't answer this. What's better, the Kellner 80 or the Philippe Gregorio 25th? Matt, did I smoke the 25th? Did we smoke that on Unbanded? I know I should know this. I know I should. But if we did smoke it on Unbanded, then I would say the 80th is better because that was one of the best cigars we smoked. Let's see. Oh, sorry. King Edward's Wooden Tip, first cigar for you. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's something in the lines of a backwoods or something like that. Let's see. Do the Cigar Medics have a USB? That would be awesome. Mine's just Mine's battery inside. I don't know. I haven't changed the battery in it ever. I've had it for like 2 years. I use it almost every day. Swisher Sweet. Let's see. Let me scroll through this slowly. I will always say the Hemingway short story is one of the best getaway cigars. Had a pipe smoker friends try one, has his first cigar, and he's now hooked. Nice. Late 90s, I worked at a pizza place in high school next to a cigar club. That's how it started. Awesome. I got into cigars way late. Poor man's Porsche. Yeah. Where are we at? Where are we at? K swap to BRZ. I mean, you do you. Yeah, I know, Carpy. The K swap. Yes, they're a good engine. I can't ever go Honda. It's not in me. Can never go wrong with an LS. Yeah, it's just so overdone, but I get why. You know what I mean? Have you noticed a change in the blend on the Padron 90th? I swear it had a natural and it tasted like a Partagas Culebres. I don't even know if I smoked the Padron 90th, so not a big Padron guy. Have I worked on rotaries? Yes, I have. Back in the early 2000s, did quite a few rotaries. Rotaries suck, man. Like they're cool and shit. They sound awesome. But the Apex seals, they're just so fucking annoying. And like you do any damage to inside the cylinder, if you want to call it that, inside the triangle, it's toast. Like they're not rebuildable. They're like, I mean, if you're lucky, they're rebuildable. Most of the time, they're replaceable. That's why rotaries are so fucking expensive. But I got a buddy in South Jersey that he has a fucking first gen RX-7. He's got 100K into that car. It's beautiful. It's fucking aftermarket, like everything, big turbo, all that shit. He doesn't drive the fucking car anymore because of how much money he has to put into this car. So, like, it's a waste for him now. It just sits there and looks pretty in the garage. Let's see. Hey, Johnny, did you ever watch the TV show Maverick when you were a kid? They were always playing poker. No, I saw like the Mel Gibson movie. All poker movies are ridiculous. The TV show Maverick, no. But I seen the TV show like Tilt or something with Michael Madsen. It's just cheesy. It's not like real poker, but I get it. They have to like Hollywood it. Would you ever smoke infused again? Not really. But I'm saying like not a Deadwood, not a Java, not a Tabak, but like the Adrian Magnus, they're infused, or there's like maybe they're subtly infused or something. They're a little bit different, but not really. I don't really want to. Oh, Hound Dog asks, "What is my all-time favorite station wagon?" I don't have one. Do you think Mazda will make another rotary car? Probably for nostalgia purposes, but I can't see them. I don't know how. Maybe not, because how the fuck are they going to warranty it? I was just going to say that, Texas, the National Lampoon station wagon. Is that a Jeep? Was it? I don't even know. James Garner when he was young. Yeah, I never saw it. Which is better, the 80th Kellner or the Atabey Black? Kellner. OG Atabey Black? Ooh, it's a toss-up. Jessica Biel is a total smash. 100%. I don't know what she looks like now, but 100%. Last car question. LS or Coyote platform? Oh my God, I hate this question. You know why I hate this question? Because I am such like a Chevy guy. But that Coyote, bro, those engines are so fucking. Coyote's better than LS. I said it. Somebody clip it, do whatever, like kick me out of the GM club. But the Coyote is a better engine as far as like making power and everything. Like it is such a good engine. You got a rooster keeping you up. OCD reminds me of a character who'd be in the movie Pool Hall Junkies. Which character? I saw that movie. I know like the main dude, he was like an actual pool player. I don't think he ever did anything outside of that movie, did he? But he was like an actual professional pool player that they got to do that movie. It's a good movie. I can't see going back to infused or smoking after smoking normal cigars. I agree with you, but I don't want to I don't like shitting on infused cigars. Like if somebody wants to smoke an infused cigar, let them. I feel like it's a stepping stone. And even if they don't break out of it, that's fine. Like whatever, you know. But I definitely think it's a stepping stone. If I didn't smoke infused cigars, I probably wouldn't be smoking cigars today. I think they help keep me in the game. It would be cool to have like an old wagon though. Mazda is making a rotary, but the rotary is used as a generator for a hybrid. At least they have teased it. A rotary would have never met EPA standards as the main engine again. That's right. I never even thought about the EPA shit. Yeah, it would never meet EPA standards. I agree. I'm a GM guy too. My great grandfather and grandfather worked at the factory in Buffalo. Nice. Yeah, that Coyote engine is just fucking a fucking beast. Let's see. How would you build a 350 small block for daily driver with some power? Um, Carbureted or fuel injected? I would go fuel injection. I would definitely do a few if it's in the budget. Okay, if we don't have the budget for fuel injection, there's nothing wrong with carburetor, but don't go like too big. I got my 750 dual feed double pumper. You don't need that on a 350. Okay. So you need to pump some air to run a carb that big. So definitely don't over carb or over fuel the engine. But how would I build a 350 daily driver with some power? I would I would go fuel injection. I would go aluminum head, not for performance, but for just technology of aluminum heads have surpassed old school cast iron heads. Um, I would do decent cam, nothing crazy, like 525 max lift or something like that. That way we're not doing anything crazy with like rocker geometry or springs or anything like that to try and accommodate like a massive cam, but you could still get like a nice little chopper lope to it. Um, you know, and maybe if you want a little more power, small hit of nitrous. Nitrous is expensive though in the long run, but it's easy and it's instant. Smiles per gallon. I like that. I've never heard that. I like that. I'm going to use that from now on. Thank you, Texas. I'm stealing that. Can I have it? Can I use that? Thank you. I'm going to. Oh. Thank you, Texas. I tell you what, doing this live, it's kind of like distracting me from this Atabey Black. Probably not a good cigar to like smoke while you're bullshitting, but it's definitely getting sweeter through the retrohale finally. Now I can taste the Peruvian. Maybe they're just using less of it. And we're just getting it back here. But this is like kind of how I remember the old school Atabey Blacks tasting like, at least through the retro hail. Little creamy cocoa on the palate, not bad. Let's see. What did Hound Dog say? I heard OCD may be getting #1 on someone's best cigar reviewer list they're working on. What? Are you making that list, Matt? So, favorite Liga Privada. Man, you know, for me, those are like hit or miss. I love the T52. H99, T52, but they got to hit. And when they hit, I can't pick a favorite. I mean, when the H99 hits, it fucking hits so good, but so does that T52. What other Liga Privadas are there? I know I had like a rat something that was pretty damn good also. I don't think it was the year of the rat. I think it might have been Ratzilla. Oh, this retro hail is getting good now. No, but someone in the chat is. Is that, what is that, a bull? Is that supposed to be Texas Taurus? I was putting it together today. Oh, Texas, you're doing a reviewer list? Nice. Whew. As long as I beat Matt, that's all I care about. Heavily biased. As long as I beat Matt, I'll be happy. That way I can rub it in his face on the next Unbanded. Matt's always giving me shit on Unbanded. I don't know why he's so mean to me. I thought we were friends, Matt. When are you dropping this list, Texas? Cigar Vixen #1. Does she still make reviews? Nice. I'm not saying she can't be on your list for sure. Go for it. I just didn't know if she still made reviews. It doesn't pop up on my algorithm or whatever like that. I've been sick with the super flu. That fucking sucks. And you're smoking? Good for you. Oh my God, this thing's hitting really fucking good right now. Are you healed up? Good to hear, bro. Ooh. Here we go. I might even do a review tonight. Don't know what I'm going to smoke, though. I want to do the New Dawn Robusto if that cigar is ready to smoke. Smoked the Toro the other day. Love that cigar. I know that cigar is hit or miss with a lot of you guys, but I think that cigar is fucking fantastic. Oh, hold on. Got some text messages here too. All right, let's see. All right, Tony messaged me. Personally, I'd build a 632 big block Chevy Beast for a street engine. I was debating on a 632 in the car I'm building now. The only reason why I probably won't is the 632 is tall deck. Can I fit it in the car? Probably. Finding like an intake manifold for fuel injection and turbo without using spacers is either going to have to be like custom made and we're talking dollar amounts that aren't worth the power gain for me. So I think, 540, 572, something like that. Somewhere in the 540 plus cubic inch range while still using, a non-tall deck big block is where I'm going to go. All right, let's see. I like Matt's reviews, but I get a little uncomfortable when he loves the cigar so much that he doesn't improve. First, when I said Harry met Sally, oh, bro. Matt's the GOAT. Okay, it is what it is. When I would watch Hound Dog reviews, when I first really was getting into like Maduros and heavy spice, whenever Matt was like, "Go," I was like, I want that cigar. That was the cigar I was getting. I love the New Dawn. Yeah, I think, and again, this is legit. Like, this is not like small batch and avowed and affiliation and all that shit. I've never smoked a bad avowed cigar. I've liked every single one. I really wish they would put together like bigger sample packs or something like that, so I could just get a bunch of. I know they have avowed sample packs, but I'm saying like an even bigger one, like just all the Vitolas, every blend, like a massive sample pack like that. That's what I want. Matt owns the Dog Rocket ranking, though. That is GOAT content, 100%. What's my opinion on a 383 stroker? I think. Okay, hear me out. There's a couple ways to do the 388 stroker. Some just do the 400 crank, whatever like that. But if the stroker's done right, all right, and you absolutely have to clearance the block, it's not a big deal. I am a huge fan of the 383 stroker. But I also think that unless we're talking about larger cubic inch LS, I do think the LS platform is just the way to go. It's so much more budget friendly with so many fucking options in the aftermarket. So but I think to each your own. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? But the 383 stroker was definitely like it was the cool, like it was the engine of the 90s. You know what I mean? Well, what do you got in that? Fuck 383 stroker. You know what I mean? That was like the cool thing to fucking have. Oh. Well, hold on. What's your favorite Cuban? Kind of answered that early on in the live. It was I really like them. I've like a lot of Cubans. I really do. Like, there's just something unique about Cubans that, just you can't really get in the New World. I don't care. Like, Cuban-esque is still not Cuban. It's esque, and it's not even barely esque. But anyway, Monty number 2. Oh my God, the short something by Hoya, or not Hoya, by H. Upman. What the hell was it called? Or the little something by H. Upman. AZ sent me one. That was an amazing, amazing cigar. And I really do like the AG Rabana. There's like a new Rabana, I guess, or like he tweaked the blend a little bit. I'm not 100% on this, but I believe it's Nicaraguan wrapper, binder filler, Cuban. That was an amazing cigar. I think adding that Nicaraguan wrapper to it just kind of still maintained, like, it's not Cuban-esque. Like, it's Cuban. It's like Nicaraguan-esque on a Cuban. It was fucking really good. All right. Let's see. Matt owns the dog. Okay, where are we at? I'm always on the lookout for Matt cigars with the highest nums. Num. If it's over 10, I'm definitely buying it. No discussion. Yeah. I think what it is, though, too, and this is not like, I mean, hear me out, right? Hear me out. We're doing the hear me out thing. I think everybody's palate's different. I think all of us on Unbanded, we don't all have exact palates. That's a given. You know what I mean? We all taste different shit. Sometimes we have similarities. Sometimes we can influence what someone else is tasting by saying something and be like, oh, yeah, there it is. You know what I mean? So like when you're watching these cigar reviews, you know, you're not always going to have the exact experience that they have. One, your palates can't be 100% aligned. Two, it's still a cigar. They're never going to be exactly the same. You know what I mean? Cigars are going to be different. Consistency in cigars is very hard to get. But I think like, you know, some reviewers, your palate is geared more towards them and, you know, whatever. But I still, if Matt tells me smoke this, it's good, I absolutely listen to him. But I don't think our palates are 100% aligned. I mean, that's a fact. You know what I mean? Will my palate ever evolve to that? Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I think, do our palates ever stop? Is there like a plateau in palates, or is it like something that's always ever evolving? So that's why it's hard. Like, it's hard to like take recommendations on cigars because I learned this like early on where it's like, and I'm not going to like pull like exact specifics or whatever like that, but you know, somebody be like, oh, this is like the best graham cracker note I've ever gotten a cigar. So I'm like, oh, I want to try that. I want to get graham cracker. I grab that cigar and it just tastes like mud. You know what I mean? So is my palate, you know, yeah, good word, synced. Like my palate doesn't really sync with other people's. So it is what it is. Dudes' palates could sync like chicks' periods, possibly. That, I mean, kind of when you influence it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Well, I really wanted to try it. What the heck? It sounds interesting. I've always wondered what Cubans would taste like with different wrappers. You know, the other thing with Cubans too, it sucks that like Cubans have like this sick period and then like this re-sick period or something. Like what the fuck is up with that? Like, why are Cuban cigars so hit or miss? You know what I mean? Like I've had some Cuban cigars that whether they're not authentic or they're just in like that sick maturation period or whatever like that. But I had like I believe it was authentic. It was a Wide Churchill Tubo. I still have the Tubo. That cigar was fucking terrible. I just had my first Dunbarton Salida Red. I think y'all's on Banded review was pretty accurate. That's a fucking great cigar. Crap quality control, and they fire them right out the door with no rest. Yeah, probably because they can. The Cubans, everybody's going to buy. They're going to pay for Cubans. I know what you meant, Mike. Yeah, yeah. Cubans just have that ability to just like people will just buy them no matter what. And I think that's the issue with them. Like you have to get good quality Cubans, and I think you just roll the dice with them. But I am not a Cuban hater. I love Cuban. If I could smoke Cubans all the time, I would. There's definitely something. For some reason, they're so unique that you just can't get that experience in New World cigars. Sometimes you can come close with some of the Cuban seed hybrids, but it's never going to be the same. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh my God, this Atabey Black's so good right now. This is where like I'm like, I'm done with Atabey Blacks. I'm over them. And at this point, I'm like, oh, maybe when they come out with the next line of them, we'll give it a shot. I love a good Cuban, 100%. 100% agree with that. But I couldn't be all Cuban all the time. I need diversity in smokes. Cubans basically have two different flavor profiles. Creamy hay with honey. Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely want like variety and like that woody baker spice. I get like in Cubans, I get like this distinct like bran flake cereal, like a sweet honey bran flake cereal or like a cinnamon bran flake cereal, depending on like the wrapper cut. Like the Monty number 2 is like total bran flakes, cinnamon butter, cereal, which is really fucking good. And then like the Cohiba Siglo, whatever numbers, different Vitola, they're more of like a honey vanilla total cereal sweetness. It just kind of sucks that they're getting more expensive as we speak. Yeah, because they can. They can charge. As long as people will pay the price tag, they're just going to keep going up. This is why, like, I understand it's not Cubans, but not to like plug AG, but I mean, this is a perfect example. I mean, Alex, a former Cuban roller, starts his own line in Nicaragua using Nicaraguan tobaccos, and that guy can put out a fantastic cigar at an even more fantastic price. You know what I mean? Like AG, I know we talk like what's the up and coming brands, like AG and Avowed. It's just what it is. So you have your AG cigars that are extremely budget friendly and fantastically good. And then you have your Counter, Avowed, or the new stuff that Counter's making with whoever he makes them with. The price tag's a little steep, but it still merits that price tag. But I think like Avowed and Counter smoke right at their price point. I think they're worth exactly what they charge for them. I think AG punches way above his price point. But, at the end of the day, if it's not in your budget, you're not missing anything. You know what I mean? You can still find fantastic cigars that will fit any budget. Michael at Master Your Ash. When Cubans are on, they are hard to beat. Yes. But I agree with Carpy. I like a variety. Yeah, we all want variety. You know what I mean? I get it. Like some guys, some guys are content with just being married, and some guys just live the bachelor life and love variety. It is what it is. Whatever makes you fun happy. You know what I mean? Exactly, Carpy. In my opinion, there's nothing quite like a Cuban in the morning, and definitely need a new world. I would say both have qualities I love. 100%. 100%. Sorry. Checking on my phone here real quick. Okay. All right. So let's see. We're getting close to the end of it. We still got like 15, 20 minutes, but I'm trying to think, what do I want to review next? Got the Avowed New Dawn, the Namakubi. These are the ones I'm thinking I want to do. Namakubi, New Dawn Robusto, that Trinidad Espiritu Miami something. What's the other one? Fuck. I can't remember. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, this is a celebrity-filled chat here. They must be tuning in to get some pointers from OCD. I don't know what pointer. I mean, yeah, I love that people are here, but honestly, I wouldn't listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm learning. Pointers. Maybe I can relate better to like the newbies and stuff like that. But you seasoned guys, I can't touch you guys. I can't offer any help. I'm asking you guys. You know what I mean? It's true. We're all learning. We're all learning from you though, Carpy. I think that's what it is. Not to like totally kiss your ass here, but I mean, definitely like a wealth of knowledge on cigars. And you make shit make sense. I will have the whole group with me tomorrow at 9:30. I think in the future, though, we will kind of pop in guests here off and on. My brother will be on here one day. We just need to make sure that him and I are on the same page because I cannot fucking get canceled. I'm just over here exploring my body while you watch. Nice. Nice. Do you want me to talk in like a deeper, sexier voice for you? That's a good question. Carpy, have you built any humidors? Nah, bud, it's just I'm kidding, guys. I like the entire panel and I'm banded. Of course, dude. We rock. It is a good panel. It really is. It is a good panel. Because everybody's different. And I think the main part is everybody's like fucking genuine. There's no bias in Unbanded. There you go. He ain't got time for that shit. He's not building no humidors. That's true. Rest. I learned not to premiere a live stream on my phone tonight. And there's that. What the fuck, YouTube? Like, for real. How can we not figure this out? You can premiere a live stream on your phone and you can't continue it on a different platform? That's crazy. But yes, so now I have to, do the premiere. It's so easy to do it on the phone too. Now I have to do it on the laptop. Cigars Unbiased. Yes, that's what I said before in our private. I said, this is Cigars Unbiased as well as Unbanded. That whole homogenous, whatever, who cares? It's so stupid. How would you rate the Atabey Black? Unparalleled or Dog Rocket? Well, I mean, that's a big jump. I would say if I was Hound Dog smoking this cigar, I would say this cigar is the Satisfying. I would not make it Unparalleled, and I certainly wouldn't make it a Dog Rocket. Oh, let's see. You guys are real, not uptight like some of the others that make the lists. I mean, at the end of the day, how can you be a cigar smoker and uptight? You know what I mean? The whole point of this is to just be chill and relaxed and just give no fucks. If the cigar is good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. It's not the end of the world. There's going to be another cigar right after that one. You know what I mean? I could barely get through the census. They are so stuffy. I mean, I don't care about the census. I stopped giving a shit about cigar rankings after the first year of smoking. Now, granted, maybe my palate wasn't evolved enough to appreciate cigars or something like that, but I just felt like whatever was ranked number one, that's someone else's number one. You know what I mean? It's not my number one. You just got to smoke fucking through cigars and see what you like. And your number one's your number one. And I think that's where, like, Unbanded kind of comes in. You know what I mean? You can relate to one panelist versus the other or something like that. And if, you're on point with one particular guy or something like that, or whoever, and you're like, they say the cigar is decent, you should give it a shot. There's a good chance you're going to like that cigar versus just, Cigar Aficionado's number one is this. But yeah, I don't care about the sense, whatever. I don't even know how I got on. I mean, I know how I got on the list because I think DC submitted it, I think. But I would be fine with not being submitted on that list next year. I could give two shits. The only thing I care about is if I say, like, this is my list and the people that follow me or follow Unbanded as a collective whole, a collective homogenous whole, as long as you guys are on par with us, that's all the fuck I care about. If you agree with the list, you know what I mean? Or you can see my point of view on it. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck if some fucking whatever says, whether my opinion matters or not. I don't care. I only care if you think my opinion matters or not. Whoops. Inhaled a little bit of that one. Oh, whew. definitely satisfying. Oh. Where are we at? Are we done with questions? We got no questions. We got no live stream. And we could wrap this up. We're an hour and 40 in. I'm good with it if you guys are. Or I can keep going for another this. Whatever, however long it takes to get through this. I'm definitely curious to get over to the Discord and see how that LFD event's going. Oh. All right, so should we wrap this up then? We can wrap this up, hop over to the Discord. I'll finish this over in the live stream. What do you say? Hour 40 is pretty good. Time to get weird. Do we get weird here, or let's just get weird in the Discord? Oof. Yeah, this is fucking good. All right. I think we did this long enough. Hour and 40. I mean, if you got weird questions, shoot. You know what I mean? Like, okay. How often you going live? I'm going to try and do this every Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern time. Got to figure out. It'd be nice to not go late. It'd be nice to fucking do this live stream and actually be there on time. So right now we're 0 for 2. But yeah, I want to do this like every Wednesday. There's going to be some Wednesdays where I can't do this, but you know, for right now, every Wednesday. I'm sure there'll be one where I schedule a live, something comes up, and I'm gonna have to cancel it. But it is what it is. So I'll watch every Wednesday night. Works for me. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right. Well, let's end this. I'm gonna finish this over on the Discord. I want to see how that LFD event went, and you hit like 2 hours. So yeah, we're close enough. We don't need to go 2 hours. I think an hour 30 is like that sweet spot. After that, I think it's too much, right? So, all right, let's end this. So if you guys belong to the Discord, let's hop over there. If you don't, join. You know, it's fucking fantastic. How do you sign up to your channel and join the Discord? You don't sign up through my channel. You would go to the Unbanded page and sign up through one of the Patreons there. Damn good show. Thank you, George. All right. See you next time. Cheers and beers. All right, guys. Yeah, this is good. So, all right, I'm going to hop over to the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, like I said, it's on the Unbanded. You just go to the Unbanded page here on YouTube. Click on the info, something somewhere. You guys probably navigate through it better than I can. And there's links to get onto the Discord that way. So, all right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for sure. And I will be reviewing something very soon, possibly even tonight. Don't hold me to that. And I'll see you next Wednesday for pretty damn sure next Wednesday. All right, guys, take it easy. Let's hop over to the Discord. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys watching. And take it easy. Take it easy. See ya. Hate how you have to hit end twice. It's so fucking dumb. Just end.